What is up, everybody? How we doing? All right, so I hope you really like the new BRB screen. We made it last night because I said, you know, this game is such a big part of our life. We need to make a BRB screen, and this just kind of happened. All right, it just kind of happened. Let it be. There's no real reason why this happened, but it just did. So, all right. Just let it happen, alright? Just let it happen. Well, now we have a new BRB screen. I think it's looking good. Good. So 1 more minute for people to get here, and we're going to go ahead and start the game, alright? Alright, we're good. Everything's back. Ah, fuck, that's right. My webcam changed to set my computer. God damn it. I knew there was something I forgot. I always fucking forget. Why do I... One day I wanted to start a stream and it's gonna look good. It's gonna be ready. I don't have to do shit. One of these days I'll do it. But not today. Not today. I always do something wrong. God damn it. God damn it. There you go. Hi there. Fuck. Me! Alright, get the squeak going. Alright, turn off that music. It's time. It's time. You main Kirby? Well, I feel really bad for you. I'm sorry. Sorry you played such a bad character. Anyway, here we are. This is, what, day 4, day 5? How far are we in this case? This case is extremely long. It's been like a week and a half now. Of course, we haven't played every day, but you know what I mean? Like, this one is a long-ass boy. You know? It's a long-ass boy. Can we not? Bless. Alright. So, February 24, 3:12 p.m., writing code law offices.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do in order for him to get the verdict we deserved. I mean, he deserved. Fuck. Oof.
I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dart killings.
Sounds like everyone heard about these killings but me.
Lana wanted Dart convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean, what happened to you?
It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what do you have to do with the killings, Emma?
On the night the prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me!
What? He tried to kill you? Oh no.
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
Oof. So that means you...
Yeah. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial.
I didn't see that one coming. By the way... can barely hear it, but the squeak's there. Gotta get my steps in for, or the pedals in for the day. Come on, boys. I gotta get that fitness. I didn't see that one coming. Alright, tell us, Emma, what's going on?
Yeah, but 2 years ago, it was right about that time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. And suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting in the office. Joe Dark! It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Jake Marshall's brother.
Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. Before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him.
Well, there you go. Now squeaks good. Good squeak.
Then...
What happened?
Oh, I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashes out the window, lighting the office for just an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
A permanent picture. After the incident.
I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that? Yo, Axe, did you not play Melee? Kirby was literally the most trash character in Melee. Like, actual, like, F... I think... Wait, were they F tier or G tier? They were fucking terrible. So you weren't able to testify about that?
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why Lana... why she made up the crime!
Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence?
The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence. Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Edgeworth?
Yeah, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started.
It don't matter if he's good in other games. If you're that bad in one game, then in my opinion, you're not the best character. You have to be well-rounded. You got to be always in those C-B tiers to be a good character. You can't be a flavor of the month, and you can't be absolute shit. You got to be right in the middle.
Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have testified properly, none of this would have happened.
So it's true. Even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today.
It's like a report. It's like a grade, man. It's your grade. If you bomb a test and get a 3%, it doesn't matter if you got 100% in 3 other ones. You're gonna have a fucking like C, right? No, so that'd be 25% off your grade. That means you're floating a C, despite being fucking phenomenal in 3 games. Fucking up 1 game, you're done. You're in a C grade now. You fucked up, dude. I don't know. We're talking shit. I like to talk shit on Kirby because I hate Kirby with a passion. Always hated Kirby. Always. And the time I played Smash, fucking Kirby was awful. I hated seeing people play Kirby. I hated to fight Kirby because it was it's too easy to kill Kirby, and Kirby's fucking stupid. Like, it's just a fucking bad character. Like, fight me. I will take you to the death with this. He's just a shitty looking character, a fucking stupid moveset, nothing interesting about him. And he can get out of almost fucking everything, but the thing is, that's all he can do. He can't do anything besides never die. He's just a staller. That's all he does. He ledge stalls. That's all the fuck he does. Anyway, she must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? This is not Ganondorf. That fucker's awful, too. If we want to talk about the next worst person, Ganondorf. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? And Bowser. Bowser and Ganondorf, because they're so fucking slow and huge, they're trash. Anyway. Dark knocked down
Mr. Marshall raised his knife.
Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. He's so bad he's fun. Like, when you put, what is it? Is it Melee? No, it was Brawl. If you put, who was the fastest again? I forgot who the fastest fucker was in that game. Meta Knight. If you put Meta Knight and Ganondorf in the same game, it's not even funny. It's not even, like, it's literally like beating up on a 3-year-old. It's so depressing, because Meta Knight is so broken as shit, and Ganondorf is so broken as shit in a negative way. When you put them together, it's just depressing. Ganondorf, if you get a hit on Meta Knight, you're a god. Like, it's impossible. But Ganondorf, the motherfucker's like moving like an inch a minute. Every attack he does is like, oh. It's so bad. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. Oh no. Budget.
When I came to, Alana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma. You've been through so much. Like, it's not even fair.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident.
You can't spell nutrition without nuts.
I tried, but the words just couldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
2 years ago. You must have been 14. That's understandable.
No, that's wrong.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up and become a scientific investigator, I wanted to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any.
I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. One more thing I want to say while we're on the topic of Smash. One more thing while we're on the topic of Smash. I remember the first time I experienced Meta Knight. It was an all-nighter. It was because that came out in like 2013, right? When did Brawl come out? I want to say like 2013, 2012, like around that time. It's pretty old, but maybe even 11. No, I don't think that early. Maybe 12. Anyway, so we were at an all-nighter at band camp, all-nighters. We have those things, and then you can do anything. Someone brought a projector, and they brought Brawl and 4 controllers, and I experienced. I didn't play it. I got to experience the devastation that is Meta Knight. That fucker with that spin move. That is the most bullshit move I've ever seen. He has like, what does he have? Like 5 recoveries, and then he has that fucking spin move that literally 100s your shields. It fucking 100 to zeros your shields. And you're moving fast as fuck, boy. Like, what the fuck? 2008? Really? No fucking way. You can't be serious. Bro came out in 2008? Really? Holy fuck, it did. Oh my god, never mind. Then it was earlier than that. Jesus, time flies by so fast. That's 10 years ago. Anyway, so I guess it maybe was freshman or junior or senior or sophomore year then. I don't know. But anyway, this motherfucker came in and nobody knew because we're all casuals. And this one guy's like not professional but semi-pro. He's a fucking semi-pro, and he comes in here with his Meta Knight bullshit, and we didn't know we needed to ban Meta Knight. And he fucking curb stomps us. It was 5 stock, I believe. 5 stock 4-way. And he fucking curb stomps us with 4 stocks left. I'm like, what the fuck? This is bullshit! So we banned the shit out of Meta Knight. And then he beat us again, but he had like 1-2 stock left. But that motherfucker, dude, no. Something puzzling. Anyway, there's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was able to be chased by a prosecutor. And the worst part is that motherfucker would live with like 150%. Like, I don't know how, because he had so many recovery moves, that motherfucker would never die. You'd see him fly all the way across the screen, and then he'd cancel it, and then fly his ass back, and you're like, what the fuck? Okay, anyway. Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor.
Oh, there's no mystery there.
I need to stop when you play the game, because I'm going way too much on a tangent, but that was the worst feeling, man.
Joe Dark has been taken in for questioning that day. Taking it for question.
I mean, taking it for questioning. You mean by the police?
Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because the detective's office and the question room are right across from the elevator.
Across from the elevator. But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Did I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective.
Uh-oh.
She was the best in the entire force.
Uh-oh. More detectives. What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dark case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
Lana used to be a detective. I better have another talk with her. Alright, let's move then. To the detention center. Hey, you like your squeaking? Not, dude. Not to the squeaking. Hey, man, a boy gotta try. A boy gotta keep this foop down. I'm losing like a pound or 2 a week. We're almost there. We're getting there. I'm at 190 now, even. We're getting there. 20 more. 20 more and we're solid. We're solid. Come on, boy. And now that I have this, I should be losing even faster. Because this actually helps me burn like 300, 400 extra. On top of the already, like, what, 700 to 900 I do at the gym. So, nut. Forgive me. Once I lose the foop, I don't have to use it again. But for now, I gotta be working hard. I gotta be working hard to lose a little bit. I mean, I'm here anyway. I'm already fucking doing this. Might as well multitask.
What up?
Mr. Wright. Seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? Oof.
But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty.
Believe me, I understand the risks. Yeah, 190's good for you. Trust me, though. I don't look it, but I'm actually a thin frame. Believe it or not. I actually am a more petite man than I am a bulky man. It's just I'm fat right now. I was 170 forever until I decided to not care about my life anymore. I got fat as fuck. What, like 210 was when I started? I was a big boy. Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? Suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Oof. Go run into them, Dryden. Go, 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 go. If you get hit, you might be able to sue. Go, 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 dude. Go, 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 go. Get some free money. Go. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen. They expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be.
That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth.
It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, I'll draw my side. The fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell what's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us?
Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. Go dry and get free money, then donate it to Woo. Oh my god. Yeah, be a hero.
You
Take a
can't spell
bullet.
nutrition without diet.
Noctis would investigate and stop the shooting. Who the fuck is Noctis? Oh. Let me guess. It's another Ligma? It's a fucking Ligma, isn't it? Jesus Christ. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
She was amazing! They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gaunt cracked together.
Chief Gaunt!
Eddie was a vice head of criminal affairs, but he still worked the crime scenes.
Damon Gaunt was everything I aspired to be. I mean, yeah, that was the right voice.
They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports were even filed.
Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was...
To get experience investigating crime scenes, so you can later use that experience in court.
Gaunt's help with the SL9 case was critical in its resolution after all. After that I became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Something smells. It's not a Ligma? Oh, I thought it was a Ligma. Because, like, I don't know. How about you knock this off? You know what I mean? Bah. I have no idea what a Noctis is, though. Oops. Was it Edgy Chibi? What? What? Yeah, Noctis Dick. Wait, don't. It seriously sounds like a Ligma. Anyway. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Dark investigation. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detective investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the chief detective was, no doubt, Damon Gaunt? Yes, Detective Gaunt and I shared the same office and the same investigations. They even had the same office. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Here they come. The boys. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Aw. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when the murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark.
Oh shit, Emma was gonna get killed though. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Alright, first one at the scene. Got Noctis Arrow, got him. How about you knock this off, dude? And how about you knock this dick? And how about you knock this pussy into space, dude? Detective Gaunt and Prosecutor Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages when Dark must have panicked. He waited until Gaunt and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Detective Gaunt and myself.
That's where you found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. It appears so. I was filing some papers while Gaunt and Marshall were questioning Dark. Oof. 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 When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. John Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. Oh. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her. After all, her sister must have gone through. But how the fuck is Woo streaming 2 games at once? His Markiplier channel has like 40k views right now. Chat looks like G-Day 2. Wait, what? What? Oh, Mark streaming? I get you. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence, huh? I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident, just by chance.
But that case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to the extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely.
I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Nani? Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gaunt and I shared. The office that Mr. Gaunt now occupies himself. The Chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the Chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Alright, let's go. Woohoo Plier, get 2 webcams. He's just streaming the same game twice. SMH. Got him. Does it really look that bad, though? I'm gonna take a peek. I'm gonna mute the audio just in case it comes through. But I want to take a peek. How bad is his chat? I'm curious. You're saying it looks like G-Day. Oh, slow mode's on. What do you mean it looks like G-Day? Oh, it's just what they're saying. Moraine, Army is Mark's girlfriend. Buck, drink it. Find Happy Box Tim. Questicles, hello Mark. I can't wait for Mark to come to Australia. Hello. Hi. Chuck the bottle. You're the best, Mark. If you post spoilers, I'll time you off. Subscribed. Bye, Mark. You, Mark, read my comment. Joining waist late, so I'm gonna watch from the past. Mannequins, your old nemesis. I'd give you money right now, but I'm broke. Infect those with happy. Skedaddle, skedoodle. Hi, Mark. Hi, Marky Moo. Hi. Just love, notice me, please. The people that you... By God, I love this guy. Mark, will you play the whole game in just one stream? I have a green heart. Mark, can I donate $1 million? I need money. $399 for more emojis. Bio girl, me too. By me name Lawrence Lamau. Hello, my name favorite YouTuber. Hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. Great job. You left out. Always look for great quests, Mark. It's only 9:20, not that early. Hey, folks, from 8 to 10 Germany. How are you? I mean, missed it. Hi, Joy. Hi, Mark. Probably Fluffy Fluffner, Mark. You rock, dude. Oh, I mean, King of FNAF. King of FNAF. They might be stump bumping to this very invasive. Love you, Mark. Holy shit. You're right, that is, oh my god, that is G-Day. You got $150 in 10 seconds? Well, that's what big boys do. That's what big boys do. Alright, anyway. Criminals Affairs Department. February 24, Police Department, Criminals Affairs. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
Things seem kind of quiet around here today.
You're right. The head of the department seems the same, though.
Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to?
See, what I don't understand is how is there adults that make money that can actually give money to him? I thought his demographic was kids, like little kids. Right, we can come back here later. And that's not a slam at him, I'm saying that's his demographic. That's who he tailors to. Oh, is it a police department entrance? Shit, I went to the wrong place. February 24, Police Department. Entrance. Howdy, Bambina.
Oh, Mr. Marshall!
I never thought things turned out the way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera. You never know what life will lead you, hey, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Oh, Billy.
Billy?
Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. Some guy whose profile was a grown man in military uniform dropping 100 on him. Oof. Well, what can you do? The voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go to the evidence room today, partner.
What, Mr. Marshall? Why do you do it?
Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn... Oh, sorry, I just realized there's no audio. My bad. Forgot to turn off the audio. Apologies. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Oh, looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Dog trial. Something was fishy about that. Oh, something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. Hi, Woo. Hi, Woo. Woo, hi!
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. But the facts have been concealed with forged evidence. That case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that the SL-90s had left behind.
Prosecutor Marshall. There you go. Notice, Noctis is my profile picture, you nerd. That's Noctis? Okay, thanks, Dryden. Noctis ass. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I just made detective when it went down. It was our first chance together. Case together. How old was he?
How old was he? Your brother?
He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You don't mean... King of prosecutors. Not that again. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close to his brother.
The day the SL-90s had took place. That wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning. All by nightfall, there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Scars. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. There you go. Quote 43, squish squish, eat my ass. Miss Starr was fired and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. Nah, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They?
What are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bambino. I mean, Damon Gunn and Lana Sky. Ooh, shit. Chief Detective Diamond Gunn and his second-in-command, Lana Sky.
Oof.
There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. You've been staying in that same spot enough times to be down to the bone. Hey, man, come on. Come on. He's got a lot of testosterone, bruv. Come on. If you were this fucking loony, you'd be growing hair like crazy too. Come on, boy. Look at this shit. It probably happens every night. He probably goes to the barber after, gets it cut, and he's like, "Oh shit, back, boy." Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. On a secret, it all started 2 years ago. Big drink. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy, partner? It was certainly, enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a girl to verdict. And someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gunn. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I wouldn't even be a patrolman after today. Is it abuse if it's YCS? Yes, it is. Very much so. Too bad. I won't be around to work with you. Daddy Bjork, thanks. When you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. Aw. Rip. Your boy getting fired. Rest in peace, Marshall. Rest in fucking peace. Now what? Oh. February 24, Police Department. Criminal Affairs. This is always pretty empty, but today is deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes.
Oh, if you're looking for the others, you're on the costume. You move the costume? Thanks. Wow, you actually talked to us. Not match to stay in I think festive is the word usually used for those.
I'm sorry. We'd like to have a look around Chief God's office. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we are a police officer or anything.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to Chief's office.
There you go. So you have plans tonight, as in, probably just gonna stream this. Oh shit, the Chief is Meekins. Black Suki is also Bandit too. Plans tonight? Yeah, I have plans tonight. This is it. This is it. This is the only thing. We did Doki earlier in this. That's why I got up a little extra. Well, not got up early, but I streamed a little bit earlier. And tried my best to get as much content in as I could. What the fuck is this? Hello? Let's have a multi-million-dollar organ just in the office. Why not? Those things are expensive as hell. Why, though? Whoa, where am I?
The Chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach.
Really now?
I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes.
Wait, what?
Never could remember where C was.
Huh? Oh, it's you two! Chief gone! He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, Mr. Wright, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. What's with him and swimming? Damn, even the music, this boy's over the fucking top. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full, too, with Miss Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? I see it. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, prosecutors Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. Wait a minute. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. You know... Oh, shit! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's the vase. And that looks like a knife. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, no. Also, I just recently figured out that niche is a British word. It's niche in America, but I've always said niche. Same thing with herb instead of herb. I've always said herb, which apparently is British as well. So I guess I got a little bit of Euro boy in me. I just find those words to be much more nice. Herb or herb. It just sounds so much better. And then vase instead of vase. It just sounds so much fucking better. You know? I don't know. I guess I'm a little Euro. God team picture added to the court record. So, this whole time I've been a little bit of a spy. Niche, yes. Not niche. Niche sounds like bitch. It's so harsh. Instead it's like, well, it's my niche. It sounds so much better than, it's my niche. Ew. But... Getting booze and strippers. Oh, wait. What? Booze and strippers. Wait. Alright, best of luck. We'll move to Europe. I would. If it made any sense to. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm gonna look up here, so let's go together. The only reason I go to Europe is because it's fucking cold there all the time. It's always cold. The only reason I would. I would never come to Florida. Florida is a swamp-ass city. I would never in a fucking second go to Florida.
Whoa!
And that's not to hate anybody in Florida, but no, sir. No, ma'am. I'm already complaining about 50% humidity. You think I want to go to fucking 100% humidity? No, ma'am. Eat my ass if you think that's true.
But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case was long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Oof. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend to. Oof. Alright, that boy hiding something.
Looks like we are welcome.
It seems that case isn't over with yet after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Gaunt denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us to look around in there. This is the original one. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
You mean like a clue?
There's gotta be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Do we have something? Clever loot here. Thanks, Mago. We still have that pass he gave us? I don't think we do. I don't see it. Let me look it up. You're back inside. Alright, February 24, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe. Were you in a meeting? I was, just talking, taking a breather. My feet hurt.
From sitting so long in the meeting?
Actually, I had to serve everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have any of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No, why do you ask? He's on a fire for both the police department and prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court. It sounds serious.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. And falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes.
Hold it, pal. Objection, pal. Edgeworth crisis. Why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lona Sky is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence he presents in court. Not only that, but you know there's been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. Those who don't like him haven't been able to do anything because of his amazing talent as a prosecutor. But now with this,
Are there really so many people who hate him?
in our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only had that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Hey, Dick! Give the good work! Yes, sir! Let's go for lunch again sometime, my treat! Yes, sir! You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir! Seems like you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all that pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. It's a line incident. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? All the evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. Bah. Oh. Bah. Oh, Jesus. His final attack. You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall was trying to protect some girl?
Me?
It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. No, I forgot. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all good to have someone here, alright? His power of recollection never fails to impress.
Maybe I should show him the murder weapon. Might jog his memory.
Alright, Dark's crimes. We will in just a second. Joe Dark was 22 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman. What made him take serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
His car? So it was an accident?
An accident, yes, but it transformed into an animal.
An animal?
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid walked by, so he killed him too. Then when he was burying the bodies, a trucker came out the scene and killed him as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in. Yeah, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered the final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. Damn. Bah. That crime was witnessed by someone too. Unfortunately, he was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness. It must mean Emma. Present him the murder weapon. Bum 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 bum. Take your switchblade. I'm about this. Hey, don't tell me that's... It had a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. Why can't I spell we-ick wide? Oh my god, dick. Take it. Bah.
While a detective gun was murdered, it suddenly disappeared from the locker. It was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
That's it! Now I remember what was the criminal piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, oh, it came back to me.
Well, what was it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again!
Hey, would you have you have a Nintendo, correct? What is a Nintendo? A Nintendo what? Alright, see you soon, Daddy Bjork. Yes, I do have a Nintendo DSY. That boy breathing hard. Alright, so we gave him a, Switchblade knife too? Do we have a switchblade knife? Wait, what? It is a switchblade knife, right? Yeah, we presumed it did. What? about this. Hey, don't tell me that's... Yeah, wait, what? We already riddled. What the fuck? I'm confused. Is there a new thing he's gonna talk about? Oh, there you go. I was confused. I was like, what the fuck? This knife. It was Joe Darks, wasn't it? The first game is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, yes. That's right. He traced it back to the store he bought it at and had his fingerprints on it too.
Well, no one actually witnessed him using the murder to anyone, right?
That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at it, the knife, he'll say it's broken.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well, anyway, take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in.
Where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. Oh, damn. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber. Damn. So, how the fuck does a knife break off in a person's body? That's what I need to know. How the fuck did the knife break? We should do an Animal Crossing stream one day. And... we'll see. I do love Animal Crossing, but I don't know if we'd be able to make that good. We could try, but we'll think about it.
That's pretty conclusive.
Islam has to report end to the court record. Search my life out of the court record. Well, there you have it, in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? It's money you need. You should ask Chief Gunn. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The chief's out now. His office is locked. We'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
Well, any detective's ID card could lock the door.
What, really?
Oh, but if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How about this ID card? Lieutenant Goodman's.
That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
Oh.
So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. Uh-oh.
I wonder if there's something we could show him would make him change his mind.
Read the handle of the knife. It says made in China. Got to handle now. Oof. What's up, Jen? Wait. Jen? 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 Wait a minute. Jen. Are you... And even with the skin, wait a minute. This is giving me flashbacks to when I used to stream League. Hold up. Are you from back then, or are you brand new? I can't tell. Because if you're from back then, that's fucking incredible. I don't know if you are, though. That's like 7 months ago. If so, then damn boy. But welcome. Thanks to the sub. So... show him something. Maybe the picture? Let me share evidence with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. Oh, well, shit. Okay. We can come to another chance, but we can't let us civilian do that. Because everyone seems to be investigating the crime scene. Okay, so there's nothing we can give him. We're gonna have to move to the underground parking lot. So underground parking lot. Where is that? That's entrance. And then we can move to underground parking lot. Easy. Number 24 Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. Think it's cool? Yeah, I just didn't know if you were from then, because if you don't know, the only character I played on stream was Jen. That's all I played. And I had like 100k mastery points or something like that. That's all I played, so I was wondering if you were from back then. If you were, that's insane. No one's here today, not even Miss Starr.
Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
Instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. I mean, we haven't been here in forever. What the hell am I going to do here? Oh, now we move to the High Prosecutor's office. Okay. Got Tamblemau. February 24, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is! Looks like he's writing something!
What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh?
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Sure, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
So what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day.
Talk. Talk to the boy. I play more than League, though. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified?
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth!
I take pride in my work. So tell me why? Why has it all come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Cross trial. Almost fell into a nap on that last mod. You were tired? Last mod was weird. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
Class trial time.
First last year's trial and now this one. Seems like all you do is worry about me.
Dude. It's so gay. I love it. We got the gay again. Look at the gay. Gonna stock up on energy drinks and grind myself on BDO tonight. Well, best of luck, bruv.
To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out of the trial.
Tomorrow's the last day. Too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you...
What do you mean?
The list of evidence, it seems too short.
It's the game that we're gonna be playing occasionally.
Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists, and is odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but at the time there was only one thing on my mind. I used the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty.
Say, we saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture, something seemed strange about it. The day of the crime. Could you tell us about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony.
Big smug.
I finished up the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah! Chief Count asked you to hold on to that, didn't they?
I like Black Suki more than YCS? Down with YCS.
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right.
Do I give him anything? Apparently, let me give him a picture.
Goddamn Lamau.
This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gaunt's office. Alright, this is hanging in his office. Dude, this investigation's gonna be fucking huge. Oh my god. I think it is, at least.
Alright. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes.
The trophy Mr. Marshall's holding. It's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, there's a sword on it.
I remember now.
Remember what?
That was the official prosecutor's trophy used until that time. There's a story behind it.
Story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on.
Does that mean it's defense, then?
This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with two characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. You heard this story?
Sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell us, though, for Emma's sake?
Very well.
Gumshoe wide pee-pee. Jesus.
Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with two items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Huh. Wait a minute. Objection? Those claims contradict each other.
Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Alright.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize.
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words, but it is our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if the result is something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
You'll have to ask Chief Gaunt. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the ward abolished.
Chief Gaunt. Yeah. That's pretty bazingas. Alright, now I have to do one more thing here. I'm just trying to speedrun this. Forgive me. Is that it? I wonder what he was riding before.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Hey, Edgeworth! He's had Detective Gumshoe out of the window there. Oh no! He's fallen to the ground!
Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet.
He didn't even look.
Fine. Oh, letter of...
If you can't read, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation.
No, Edgy boy! Don't do this! No! No! Jazzy got skills. Hi. Hello. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean...
I'm tired, Mr. Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done, and no one else should forgive me either.
Oh no. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please you have to do something.
It's letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything.
Goddamn Lamau.
My boy! My boy, no. I'm gonna take a quick pee. Be right back. Where's Phoenix? There you go. Alright, we back. Yeah. Yeah, thanks Matt for helping me figure out what the hell I was supposed to do. It's pretty damn funny though, for real. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. I love it. Just I mean, we need to have a BRB screen for Phoenix because it's a main game. We still have yet to make one for Neptune because I can't like figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do. But this one, when Jacob said mass panic debate, I'm like, wait a minute, mass panic debate. They debate in the courtroom. Hold up. And then I just thought about panic, mass panic, and this is what happened. It's just mass panic. Anyway, back to it. There we are. Alright. Moved in the ground parking lot. Meek. Not Meek. February 24th, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Excuse me? Who is this? Oh, it's her. Alright, Gundam's back, boys.
Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef? Miss Star, I guess she's out for lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk.
I do wonder that.
Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness?
The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten.
Miss Star's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. No, they sucked the cow's titty. What are you, a pussy? You think they just happened to squeeze it? No, they sucked. No, they sucked that shit. Are you fucking kidding me, Matt? What do you think you are, dude? Come on, you know it started with a fetish. Don't even try. Don't even. There was some horny fucking farmer who saw his cow and he's like, I want to suck that shit. And he did. He's like, wait, this actually tastes good. And then he sold it. Come on, dude. Don't even try. Dark investigation.
Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trialed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure.
Trailed him.
Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed.
Oh, the default. Cool.
Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her. Lana Sky.
My sister?
The best of the best were put in an SL9 case. Of course, they are led by that legendary duo. Lana.
Lana and Chief Gun!
After the case is closed. You know somebody did, though. You know that's what happened.
The legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we're so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret.
Well, you didn't have proof anything illegal was done.
I'm proof enough of what happened.
What?
After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Sky transferred to prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
Hello, broke boy.
Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
Oof.
She was being
used? Legendary duo.
Damon Gaunt and Lana Sky. 2 years ago, Gaunt was chief detective and Lana's second in command. They were the best.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
Damon Gaunt's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
His magnetism.
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Incredible evidence. You mean...
Yes. There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
Back then, everyone looked up to Lana.
Goddamn
All the detectives wanted to be like her.
Really?
Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Miss Marshall.
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from that shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating.
Miss Star.
We're going after right now. So right now we're trying to figure, because last episode, Lana said that they forged evidence in court. And now we're trying to figure out why the fuck evidence was forged, who forged the evidence, why is the evidence, who is this, who's the bad guy. It's looking like it's all coming down to Gaunt. It looks like Gaunt is controlling the entire scene, and he's been lying for years. So basically, I think if there was someone we're going after, it's Gaunt right now. To free Lana, we must put Gaunt underneath the, well, I guess put Gaunt into the news. How about that? So...
That's wild of Bill to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gaunt's powerful influence.
Chief?
That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
Oof. I knew he was screwed the moment we met him. Yeah, he's a little too, interesting. A little too... interesting.
Objection!
You know, no one else goes, "Oh, what's up, my boyo? I love you so much. Oh, eat my ass." No one does that.
Class trail time.
Unless you have something to hide.
Class trail time.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
Class
If he
trail
could control
time.
the chief prosecutor, he could control
Class
the
trail
prosecutor's
time.
office. That must have been his goal all along.
Class trail time.
There it comes, bitter, do nothing but spam commands. He's allowed to, though. I think he adds a little bit of spice to the chat. But Gaunt has the best voice, not gonna lie. Yo.
But how could you control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star.
You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
Wow. Alright, we need to go to... Alright. And is it here? There you go. But... I'm back, everyone. Welcome back. I need to take another cancer pill. Quality viewer. Yeah. See, I even like cancer. I like, guys, I even like greenies. They add something. The chat gets very sad when there's not a lot of people, you know? So even greenies add a spice. They add a certain spice to it, you know? Bitter Boy isn't a greenie, but you know what I mean? Like, full-on greenies, like cancer green. Like, actual greenies. Not just people. Greenies. Anyway. February 24th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Oh, you're back. You're still here? Gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee. Copying files. I'm trying to do a regular DJ.
DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Whoa, that DJ!
I gotta have my consistency. My answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. Leaving my neck on the line. The office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind.
Is there? Aha. This will make so wait, are we in a love triangle? Because watch this. Letter of resignation. We're in a love triangle. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? Love triangle time. No way! Lieutenant can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him to this far!
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
Did you know there's an Ace Attorney anime? Yes, I do. I'm waiting until I finish this game to watch it. At first I thought he was as cold as ice. But now I know different. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. Not from Lil G. Appreciate you, Lil G. Thank you so much. To all the boys out there that use loops, God bless you. Oh, we betrayed him.
Detective.
Oof. The love triangle gets thicker. That's it. I've made up my mind.
What?
Yeah, take my ID card. You can't do that if someone found out.
They wouldn't let you off the hook with the last item report.
Look at me. I'm no secret. It's no secret. I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, it may already be as good as terminated. Oof. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake! Alright, detective. Thank you. Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly in your pocket. Alright, let's go, boys. February 24, Police Department, Chief Office. Here we fucking go, boys. Alright.
Here goes Mr. Wright.
Click. Let's find some evidence. Alright. Okay.
Open sesame! Who finds us now?
Detective Gumshoe's a goner. That happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Wait, why are you here? Ah! Where the fuck are they there?
Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could sap a ghost. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? Well, I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came to. If you're here, then what's the point of giving us your ID card? Crumpled Gumshoe's ID card in pocket. I'll do my card! The game still keeps the humor going. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd take a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not for lucky. Now, come on, let's see what we can find out. Got a bad feeling about this. Alright, what's the first thing we're gonna do? We're gonna talk to Gumshoe. So, the chief's office. When the court case comes, it's gonna be L City. It's gonna fucking suck. Because that's when I don't use guides, unless I have to. During these, I use the guides so we can just blow through it, but those, I get...
This conversation is going
Last
nowhere.
one was rough. I can't imagine this one.
This conversation
This
is
guy
going
on the other
nowhere.
side of the room. What was your
This
sister's?
conversation is going nowhere. This
Yeah!
conversation is going
That's
nowhere.
where I was waiting for Lana.
This conversation
On
is
the
going
day
nowhere.
2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? No, sir. It's entirely Chief God's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. You see.
So, ever since Lana left, no one ever touched that desk.
No one except Chief God and the cleaning lady who's in here this morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Chief God. Can I ask you something? Sure.
This
Well, I came here to
conversation is
look
going
around,
nowhere.
right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes? I mean,
This
it's the only reason
conversation
for
is
coming in
going
here, isn't it?
nowhere.
Matt, are you
This
asleep?
conversation is going nowhere.
Matt, are you fucking asleep, boy?
This conversation is going nowhere.
You don't think. Ah!
This
You
conversation
wouldn't
is
be.
going nowhere.
Ah!
This conversation is going
No,
nowhere.
there's no way, never mind. Okay, now let's take a look around a bit more. Hey, hold on! Not so fast, buddy! Huh, what is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. So, what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief God might be a suspect, do you? No! I said I like it, but you still time him out. He's still breaking a thing. But, like, I like him being here. I said I like him being here, but you don't let him just go. Come on, boy. You still uphold the rules, and that is considered spam. I can like it, but you still have to take him down.
What? Yeah, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
Thanks, though, boy. Appreciate you. Chief God. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. There he goes, ignoring me again. Aw. Big ignoring the gumshoe. Oh. So now examine the safe behind Gaunt's desk. Which is... this? Is that the safe? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred. Oh, that's Lana's side. Small picture frame on the left shelf.
So Lana went to that theme park.
Okay, next. Wrong side. This is Gaunt's side. There's the safe. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe? That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so.
Looks like a code needs to enter the panel. Open it.
A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. Input number. Yeah, I already know what it is. Like, that literally just... a 7-digit? I wonder. You know what it is? I have a hunch. Well, I know. You want to try my birth date, it's... no. Although that would be 7 digits. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Yep. There you go. Oh, confirm. Yeah, you gotta beat his loots, dude. Lil G's the king of loots. He takes it good. He hits 30% of the he hits 30% of the loots you can possibly hit within a week. So he's a god. Bingo.
What number do you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal? Him alone is the reason why everybody gets $5. He just uses his damn time. He alone is carrying the fucking game. I mean, he wanted that 5K Suki, so there you go. 777, the final ID card number on that record.
What?
The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered that room that day. You mean 77777, that ID number? I think you're 17 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. The Chief God's ID number.
Say, you don't care to look inside?
Sure. Take a look inside, I guess? Look inside. Obtained 1 million loot score this month. Big flex. Big flex. Is there any money in there? How does he have stashed away?
Look, it's a
shard from Broken Cup. Oh, it's that piece. This somehow looks familiar here. Where have I seen this before?
There's something else in there, too.
Oh, what's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. What the fuck? Handprints.
There's a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
Whoa, I don't think so.
Oh, well, just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that's in the safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. But unless you can prove that they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, there's my neck on the line here! Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident?
Come on! There's gotta be something we can show the detective.
Nut from Lil G. Thank you, Lil G. Oof, Jesus Christ. What is happening to young child support? Holy, he's getting bullied, dude. Poor young. Nothing I can do. Start with the shard. Present the unstable jar. Alright. Back, present, unstable jar. Yes. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? All of us put that back together. Oh, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence in that case?
That's right. One of the shards of the SL9 is a sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, what fragment we just found? You mean this one that was in the safe?
What the
Yes,
fuck
that
is
one!
A
That was in the safe!
what the fuck is a
Now you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Simple fragments. Here, let me see that shard. Practice. Go ahead, pal. Show us what that rookie can do.
That's right, here's some glue!
I can put this piece together again. It'll prove Chief Cotton was slowly hiding evidence. Here it goes. Should be. Yep, just like that. Combine. That was super easy. There you go. There. It's like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gaunt willingly and knowingly hid a piece of evidence, a piece of this jar in the safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
What?
Hey guys, get a load of this! What is it? That space he just attached! It's different from the others! Is that Japanese?
There's a reddish line on it!
Reddish line. That's blood! I don't get it. Why would Chief God hide this in the safe? Stable jar and his update. I thought it was Japanese at first. I was like, wait, is this supposed to be Japanese? What? Boy's just and he's allowed to exist. Not mute worthy. He's not mute worthy, but you know. No cancer. Alright, present the fingerprint set. Where is that? Here we go. Bit of gumshoe. I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. Say I want to take some fingerprints.
That's a great idea, detective!
Alright, go to town, sheesh. What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
It's not your fingers we want to take.
What? Oh, come on. This isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about this clock we found in the safe. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Jeez, where's your sense of humor?
Okay, Mr. Ryan, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. And once they've been absorbed, the prints blow the rest away.
What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. One seems to be the most predominant.
Anybody that likes you is disabled and they really need to rethink their life.
No. 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 Yes? I want to say yes? Maybe? No, that ain't it. That's not it. No match is found. Oof.
Oh, that is a match.
Looks like we're out of clues this time.
Yeah.
It was inside the chief's safe. Right. Look at that shard.
So that means it's gotta have something to do with that incident.
The one that happened right here in this room. He's right. We should check the fingerprints of everyone who was in here that day. Oh, I see it. There's a higher power at work here. Just gotta have faith. Alright. Try it again. So it wasn't Goodman, was it? No, it wasn't Goodman. Was it him? No. No. Oh shit! It's Emma's! Oh fuck, it's Emma's! I didn't expect her. Oh shit! Why is her... What? Why is her fingerprints on this? What? 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 What the fuck? No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Ah, you found a match for his are they?
It seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they would be Dark's prints.
Psst. Hey, you.
Over here. What's going on here? What are you the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe?
Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Yeah, maybe you should hold on to this. Alright, so... Okay... Well, fuck my ass, this is getting bazingas. Alright, examine Gaunt's desk.
Wow, look at the size of Chief God's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's you too, Chief Gaunt. You put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. Here's in the case. List of evidence. In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this.
Hey, look at the case's name.
Huh? That's a light incident. I wonder what this is doing here.
Hold on, Detective. What did you just say?
I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. Normally, they're twice as long. That's right. I guess there was a lot of evidence. A half-sized list of evidence.
A list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
What would the other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it. The chief must have been hiding something about that case.
It would appear so. Evidence list added to the court record. Well, if there's any help, of course. Thanks to you and your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shit. Run, boys. It's time. It's time for the clap. Here it comes. In other words, if it wasn't his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Yeah, Chief God! Well, we didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir. Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needed anymore. Oof. But, sir. Oof. Now get out. Ooh. Oh, yes, sir. Oh. Oh, I haven't done Lutz in years. We'll do him if you want. Nut from Lil G. Emma, nut from Lil G again. 2 in a row. Be on our way soon, too, then. Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not licensed to investigate
You with the spiky hair, you're free to go.
Mr. Right!
That's not creepy at all. That's not creepy at all. Alright. Look, pal. If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. This office is off limits. But now you just had to go sneak it in there like that, didn't you? Then you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I would have said it. Now that I've seen that evidence Chief Gott was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. It's hard to believe anyone could keep quiet about it all this time. Anyway, you listen to me? I gotta try to smooth things over with the Chief again. Later, pal. Oof. Poor Gumshoe. After that, I heard from Emma. Did the police want to ask her some questions? But she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Oof, fucking oof, dude. Sad boy hours. February 24th, Detention Center Visitors Room. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. No, you don't have to sign up again. Your account stays forever. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What, you've told me over these past couple of days? There's absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. Who it is you're hiding behind those words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Talk to us, bitch. Keep it quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's what hit me. It's not you that you're it's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright. May I ask, is this person you're speaking of? What I'm supposedly so frightened of? What is this person's name? Could be Damon Gaunt, right? Yeah, he's a fucking... Well, Miss Sky? Miss Sky. Oof.
Take that!
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
Take that!
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a little bit more about the circumstances?
Damon Gaunt.
We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he's respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, there are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gaunt's name was never mentioned? Chief Gaunt. Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possible investigated that evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gaunt. If you intend to accuse Chief Gaunt, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gaunt testified evidence in that case. Falsified evidence, not testified. Evidence list. I just found this in the safe of the chief's office. This jar piece, this strip of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gaunt himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Uh-oh. Touche, Mr. Wright. It's all as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. In the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Is this Siori now? Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders. All the beans are being spilled, boys. Although I cannot tell you the details. But I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Mile Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk was broken. I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. Knife from the SL9 incident! Serial killer Joe Dark's knife! I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. Damn! Dude. Oh. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. That's the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then you saw me just as I plunged the knife in. That explains it. But why is she so fucking mad? I guess because she's like fighting her demons. It's like, I can't fucking do this! You know, maybe. That would explain it, actually. Miss Starr. Why, did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? Took a lot of work to finally close the Dark's case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right. Then I called my sister. To tell her what happened, and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma. Didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma was so confident about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. The most robust feminist argument. Thanks, Spring. I have no idea what that means. A bad feeling. The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gaunt, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. Hey, to Marshall. Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. A
wanted that fact to be kept hidden, so I needed help. He was the only person I could trust, or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade on his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things in his own hands.
Matt, how can you be part of this chat in this committee and think that sad fucks talking with themselves with alts is the sad part? Wait, what? What? He disguised himself as Officer Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seemed he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. Jesus. It's all wrapping together now, finally. It all makes sense. Good lord.
I'm afraid that's all I can do. I can tell you.
But,
Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. We've got to get to the bottom of everything. We gotta get Gaunt on behind bars. Caught behind bars and we win. Senator Goodman's real murderer. Yeah, it's just a shitload of ults, dude.
And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago?
Yep, we'll never know, will we? To be continued. Well, there it is, boys. That's it. Anyway, I gotta head out ASAP because I have to get ready to head over there, and I'm already a little bit late. Gotta go shower and stuff. So, wow, this case is actually getting quite amazing. I'm actually pretty excited to see what's gonna happen. So anyway, roll those credits. Oops, I lost the music. Where'd it go? There you go.